Hi, my name is Bill Nelson, and this presentation provides new and prospective PAC advancement coordinators with the basic knowledge and skills needed to get started, and can serve as a refresher for others. Participants will learn about the Cub Scouting advancement process and related BSA national policies and procedures. They will also gain a better understanding of how to improve the quality and rate of advancement in their PAC. The primary source that we will be using for today's presentation is the current edition of the Guide to Advancement. The Guide to Advancement is the official source for administering advancement in all Boy Scouts of America programs: Cub Scouting, Scouts BSA, Venturing, and Sea Scouts. Additional information and best practices appear in other official BSA resources, such as Advancement News, the Advancement Team's Twitter feed, and the advancement educational presentations released by the National Advancement Team. All of these can be found at www.scouting.org/advancement. Be aware that statements or interpretations offered from unofficial websites and other sources may not be up to date, or they may be incorrect. No council, committee, district, unit, or individual has the authority to add to or subtract from advancement requirements. The Bsa mission and objectives represent our desired outcome. Everything we do in advancement and in the scouting programs as a whole should contribute to achieving the objectives and mission of scouting. As we do this, though, we need to remember why boys and girls join Cub Scouting. In most cases, it's not to have their character developed. It's to have fun. We will know we're on the right track when we see youth accepting responsibility, demonstrating self-reliance, caring for themselves and others, learning to weave scouting ideals into their lives, and becoming positive contributors to our American society. Advancement is simply a means to an end, not an end in itself. It is one of several methods designed to help PAC leaders carry out our objectives and mission. The other methods of Cub Scouting include living the ideals of scouting, belonging to a den, involving family and home, participating in activities, serving home and neighborhood, wearing the uniform, and making character connections. Everything done to earn rank advancement, and also other awards and recognition, is designed to educate or to otherwise expand horizons, while at the same time encouraging the natural interests of boys and girls. Young people learn by doing, and in the Guide to Advancement, we refer to it as experiential learning. This is the case from the time a member joins and moves through Cub Scouting, and then even beyond, through Scouting, Venturing, or Sea Scouts. In Cub Scouting, do your best is the standard for successful advancement. For example, if a requirement says build a birdhouse, then we expect the Cub Scout to put their heart into it and do their best they can. We accept whatever they come up with as long as we're comfortable that they have done their best. Contributing to the aims and mission of scouting is more important than having a perfect birdhouse. Scouting skills, what a young person learns to do, are important, but not as important as the primary goal of personal growth achieved through participating in a unit program. It is this growth that the aims and mission of scouting are designed to affect. The concern is for total, well-rounded development. To achieve this, we place age-appropriate, surmountable hurdles before the Cub Scouts. As they face these challenges, they learn about themselves, gain confidence, and grow. Let's consider the 3 steps in Cub Scout advancement. Preparation refers to the time spent learning new skills, whether in a den meeting, PAC meetings, or other activities, or in family settings. Qualification refers to a CALA's approval that Cub Scouts have completed the requirements to the best of their ability, that they are now qualified to advance. A CALA is a title of respect used in Cub Scouting. It suggests that any good leader is a CALA, and thus also a leader and guide for Cub Scouts on the advancement trail. Later in this session, we'll talk more about who specifically plays the role of a CALA when it comes to actually signing off advancement requirements. Recognition occurs when the den and pack ceremonies, when a Cub Scout is recognized for his or her accomplishments and presented their awards. This should be done as soon as possible. Remember, it's okay and often best to recognize the Cub Scout at a den meeting and then do it again at a pack meeting or other activity. Who's responsible for these 3 steps? Is it just one person? Is it several? Let's take a look at the different roles and responsibilities that go into delivering the advancement method. Delivering a good Cub Scout program requires teamwork. Lots of people are involved: den leaders, Cub Masters, the pack committee, and the parents, and they all have specific roles to play in promoting an engaging advancement program. The next few slides will cover the detail of how they work together to maximize the number of youth who advance. The results will be more fun, more personal growth, and more time spent in Cub Scouting. Den leaders are the key to a successful Cub Scout advancement. With the other pack leaders, they participate in the annual program planning process that maps out the pack's calendar for the upcoming year, providing opportunities for advancement that are rich in advancement. They're responsible for planning den meetings, using the den leader guides for each rank to assist with activity ideas that support the rank requirements. Den meetings should become a form for recognizing the Cub Scout as soon as possible after they have completed ranks or awards. They can be through den ceremonies, the den advancement charts, or the use of den doodles. Den leaders also need to prepare a monthly report of all awards and recognitions completed and submit it to the pack advancement coordinator, whom we'll talk about in a moment. The pack advancement coordinator can then purchase the awards for the next pack meeting. Sounds like a lot to do, and it is. That's why many den leaders enlist the help of assistant den leaders, parents, and den chiefs to help out. If they work as a team, a higher level of advancement may be the result. It is vital for den leaders to maintain contact with parents, first to get to know them and gain their trust, but also to relay expectations for requirements that are to be completed at home. If a Cub Scout misses a den meeting, it is important to let the parents know what he or she needs to do to catch up. The Cub Master is the program manager of the pack, and as such should work with the pack committee chair on the pack's annual program planning process. One of the keys to success in Cub Scouting is establishing the annual plan loaded with quality activities that provide opportunities for advancement. The higher the rate of advancement, the longer our youth will remain in the program. The Cub Master is in charge of pack meetings and activities. As plans for these gatherings are developed, it is important to include meaningful ceremonies. They not only build self-esteem and confidence, but they also inspire the rest of the Cub Scouts to advance. But don't stop there. Other pack meeting elements such as games, songs, skits, and the Cub Master's Minute may do the same. The Cub Master, as pack program manager, should also set the standard and vision for advancement, providing support and guidance to den leaders as needed to help them provide engaging advancement opportunities that will ensure all youth are progressing. As part of the annual program planning process, the members of the PAC committee should contribute to planning a PAC program that leads to annual rank advancement for every Cub Scout. Note that everyone on the committee should take part in this process. Activities or other outdoor program chairs should consider advancement opportunities when planning or coordinating PAC field trips, campouts, or other adventures. A public relations chair should send releases out about advancement ceremonies to the local newspaper. A PR chair might also take on the responsibility to keep families informed about district and council opportunities that may represent advancement opportunities. For example, Cub Scout Day Camp. A PAC trainer should orient new parents to their role in the advancement process. A new member coordinator welcomes new members to the unit and serves as a welcome ambassador and works with the unit committee in developing and implementing the unit membership plan, participates in new member coordinator training, and cooperates with the district membership team. A PAC membership chair or other member of the committee should ensure new members are registered so their advancement can be recorded. But the committee member who has the most responsibility for the administration of advancement is the PAC Advancement Coordinator. So let's take a closer look at the duties of this position. PAC Advancement Coordinators have the basic responsibility to support the unit's advancement program and to maximize rank advancement. And though the coordinator's first responsibility is to support the Cub Master's vision for advancement and give advice on policies and procedures found in the Guide to Advancement, the most important task most likely relates to education. In the Guide to Advancement, the second item under Topic 3003, Unit Advancement Responsibilities, expresses this clearly. Educate parents, guardians, unit leadership, and committee members on appropriate methods to stimulate and encourage advancement. For example, help build unit programming rich in advancement opportunities, encourage members who are advancing slowly, and post advancement charts. The result we're looking for is parents or guardians who are involved in their child's Cub Scouting experience, attending meetings and activities, volunteering to help, doing their part to sign off requirements when appropriate, and above all, encouraging their Cub Scouts and taking pride in their accomplishments. Topic 3003 in the guide names a number of other responsibilities that we can summarize. For one, PAC Advancement Coordinators should encourage den and PAC leaders to use the many tools available to them to promote advancement, such as den leader advancement charts, den doodles, and other methods to keep track of each Cub's progress. Reporting advancement is important too. Each month, coordinators must look for den advancement reports from the den leaders, maintain PAC advancement records, report advancement to the council, and purchase awards. There's a lot to do, so many coordinators recruit other parents to help. The coordinator may also help the Cub Master plan and conduct recognition ceremonies. Equipment such as award boards, advancement charts, costumes, artificial campfires, and advancement ladders help both the Cub Master and the advancement coordinator do this job. Parents, guardians, and lion or tiger adult partners also have an important role in advancement. Cub Scouts will often have activities related to advancement to complete at home. There may be projects that were started in a den meeting and not finished, or projects designed to strengthen family relationships. Family members should help Cub Scouts to complete these assignments in a timely manner, as requested by the den leader, and then report that completion to a den leader as requested. Adult family members are also expected to support den and pack activities that lead to advancement. This might include short-term tasks such as teaching specific skills or organizing a pack campout. A parent's support goes a long way in a youth's progress along the advancement trail. Encourage family members to ask their Cub Scout to tell them about what he or she is accomplished at den meetings and praise them for their efforts. It is the responsibility of the PAC committee and the advancement coordinator to make sure advancement is reported through BSA's internet portal, Internet Advancement, and Scoutbook for reporting advancement. Reporting advancement electronically will ensure the Cub Scouts receive proper credit and that the PAC is acknowledged through the Journey of Excellence program for facilitating advancement. The Journey to Excellence is the roadmap of a successful PAC program designed to encourage and reward success. It is meant to promote excellence in quality programming at all levels of the BSA. It is important to understand that for advancement to be counted for JDTE purposes, it must be reported with the calendar year that ranks were earned. With the onset of the Lion rank, book covers were changed and simplified to be consistent with recognition and uniforming. The color associated with the rank, yellow for lion, orange, tiger, red, wolf, and blue, bear, are repeated in book covers, the neckerchief, and the border of the belt loop. Other uniform elements, such as neckerchief slide and hat emblem, also reflect the specific rank color. New for the 2018 is the inclusion of girls in the Cub Scout program. By welcoming both girls and boys in the program, even more youth will have access to the character development and values-based leadership that Scouting promises. The different structures now include three possibilities: an all-boy Cub Scout pack, boys and girls Cub Scout pack, or all-girl Cub Scout pack. Dens are either all-boy dens or all-girl dens. The advancement program is identical for all dens in the Cub Scout pack. The Cub Scout program is centered primarily in the home, in the den, and in the neighborhood, and in the outdoors. It leads to advancement through 7 ranks. The Lion Cub Scout program, kindergarten, does not require earning the Bobcat badge. Lion rank requires completing 5 adventures. Although not required, there are 7 electives that can also be earned. Bobcat continues to focus on the fundamentals of Cub Scouting and is the first badge of rank earned no matter what age a Cub Scout joins, with the exception of Lion. The subsequent ranks are grade and age or age base. Tiger is the first grade or 6 years old. Wolf is the second grade or 7 years old. Bear is the third grade or 8 years old. Weeblo is the 4th grade or 9 years old. And the Arrow of Light is the 5th grade or 10 years old. Because requirements for each of these ranks are age appropriate, Cubs do not go back and work on earlier ranks that they may have missed due to their age grade when joining. Earning the Weeblo's badge is no longer a prerequisite for Arrow of Light rank. A Cub Scout joining as a 5th grader goes directly into the Arrow of Light den, earns Bobcat, and then the Arrow of Light rank. Lion rank is added for 2018 for kindergarten age youth. Lion requires 5 adventures designed to focus each lion on demonstrating skills in the areas of adventure, leadership, personal fitness, citizenship, and character. Lions will receive the Lion Badge at the completion of the required adventures. For Tiger, Wolf, and Bear ranks, 6 adventures are required, and the 7th is chosen from the electives specific to the given rank. Required and elective adventures may be undertaken at the same time. The adventures are creative and much more active than requirements have been in the past. Imagine howling at the moon, fur, feathers, and ferns, and a backyard jungle. For Webelos, 5 adventures are required and 1 elective. For Arrow of Light, 4 are required and 1 elective. 1 pool of elective adventures are shared for Webelos and Arrow of Light ranks. Take a look at the current updates for Webelos and Arrow of Light ranks at cubscouts.org/library/welcome to Webelos Cub Scouting. In general, each adventure is designed to take roughly 3 den meetings to complete, one of which may be an outing. These could be anything from attending a sporting event or taking a hike to visiting a museum or going on a campout. At the conclusion of each adventure, a recognition device is awarded. Once a Cub Scout has fulfilled the recognition adventures, plus the required number of elective adventures, they have completed the badge of rank, which should be presented to the Cub Scout at the next pack meeting. Let's take a closer look at what the adventures are all about. Each has a theme for the activities involved and a rationale describing what we're looking for in the way of results. Let's start with the Lion rank. In the Lion required adventure, King of the Jungle, a Cub Scout will be encouraged to know what it means to be a good citizen and leader. In the Tiger required adventure, My Tiger Jungle, a Cub Scout will become more acquainted with his or her neighbors and their community. Whether it is humans, animals, or bugs, teaching about respect is important here. In the Wolf required adventure, Call of the Wild, Cub Scouts become more aware of the outdoors and learn about emergency preparedness. They may also pick up some useful skills for family outings, campouts, and other outdoor activities. In the Bear adventure, Pause for Adventure, boys learn about becoming more independent and how they should help with their families, communities, and environment. This is an example of how the aim of participatory citizenship includes not only patriotism and loyalty to our country, but it also has the notion of service and participation as citizens. In the Cast Iron Chef, Weeblo Scouts learned about the results of healthy eating and the value of proper nutrition, menu planning, and budgeting for meals. The recognition device for completing an adventure is a belt loop or pin, depending on the program year. For Lion, Tiger, Wolf, and Bear, it is belt loops. The border color of the loop is the same as the background of the rank badge, and they fit on the official Cub Scout belt. For Weeblos and Arrow of Light ranks, the recognitions are pins. For required adventures, the pins are diamond shaped for Weeblos and arrowhead shaped for Arrow of Light. Elective pins are oval. Adventure pins are attached to the Weeblos colors. A ribbon-like device is worn on the right sleeve of the uniform shirt or on the front of the Weeblos cap. Completion of adventures should be acknowledged as soon as the Cub Scouts finish all the requirements. This immediate recognition can be as simple as announcing the Cub Scout's name at a den meeting and applauding his or her achievement. Formal recognition should take place at the next pack meeting and where they actually receive the adventure awards, along with any badges of rank and any other awards that have been completed. The Boy Scouts of America maintains that no member can grow into the best kind of citizen without recognizing an obligation to God. Its principle is reinforced in the Scout Oath and the Scout Law. Whenever a Scout repeats the Scout Oath, he or she promises to do their duty to God. When a Cub Scout repeats the Scout Law, in the 12th point, they affirm a Scout is reverent. The new Duty to God adventures are faith-neutral and generally intend to be home-based. They may be accomplished with a parent or guardian, or a spiritual advisor, or religious leader. Each rank, except for Bobcat and Lion, requires that one Duty to God adventure is earned. Working on Duty to God requirements as a den may be a sensitive issue. Thus, it is not recommended unless all parents give consent for their Cub Scout to participate. A leader, of course, must never impose his or her beliefs on the Cub Scouts or on others involved in the program. The Tiger Duty to God adventure includes discovering what duty to God means to a Cub Scout and his or her family. In the Webelos required adventure, a Cub Scout will have the opportunity to explore duty to God in a greater detail, but still in their own way. As explained earlier, one elective adventure is required for Tiger, Wolf, Bear, Webelos, and Arrow of Light ranks. Dens and families can also use these elective adventures to remain active year-round. Here are a few examples of the elective adventures. In Tiger, Floats and Boats, the lessons are about swimming and boating, of course, but also about teamwork, problem solving, and safety awareness. Again, themed activities with a rationale behind them. For collections and hobbies, the Wolf Cub Scout has an opportunity to learn skills through collecting items of interest and enjoying a hobby. Bear Picnic Basket helps with some important skills and safety practices for cooking inside and out, and also speaks to selecting, preparing, and eating raw foods. In Fix It, the Weeblo Scout learns how to use tools to make repairs around the house, how to take care of the lawn, or perhaps how to keep a car, bike, or your home in good shape. Now that you have a basic understanding of how adventures work, we can now cover the transition for Cub Scouts who have finished their Webelos rank. These Scouts are then moving on to their second Webelos year, where their work begins on Arrow of Light. They must complete the 4 required adventures for Arrow of Light that are found in the new handbook. The requirement for the 3 elective adventures, complete the exercises in the pamphlet, How to Protect Your Children from Child Abuse, a Parent's Guide, and earn the Cyber Chip Award for their age. And while we're talking about the Arrow of Light, since it's Cub Scouting's final rank, much of the focus is on practicing skills that prepare Cub Scouts to be Scouts. Once the Arrow of Light is completed, it, like all other badges of rank, should be presented during an impressive ceremony at the next pack meeting. A key responsibility for den leaders is conduct the den meetings as planned and as outlined in the 4 den leader guides, which will assure completion of the ranks for all Cub Scouts. But who is actually responsible for signing off completion of those requirements in the handbooks? For Lion rank, the completion of advancement will likely happen at the den meeting where the adult partner is present. Stickers are provided with the Lion Cub Scout handbook for each Cub Scout to add to the front page My Lion Trail when the activities are completed. For Tiger, Wolf, and Bear ranks, If an activity is completed outside of the den meeting, at home, camp, or a district event, for example, the parent, adult partner, or other trusted adult should sign in the Cub Scouts handbook, indicating that the Cub Scout has done his or her best to complete the requirement. The den leader then approves that requirement after consultation with the family or the Cub Scout to confirm completion. If the requirement is completed in a den meeting, the den leader signs in both places. Den leaders may, however, ask an assistant or parent who helps at the meetings to play the role of a Kayla and assist with the approvals. For Webelos and Arrow of Light ranks, the den leader signs for approval of all requirements, unless otherwise delegated by the den leader. When a boy or girl completes an adventure or rank, how long should he or she wait until they receive their recognition? Should they wait until a blue and gold banquet, or until all den members have finished? The answer is when a Cub Scout completes advancement requirements, they should be congratulated right away in a den meeting, and then receive the recognition at the next PAC meeting after the advancement report has been filled and filed with the council office. Advancement is an individual process, not dependent on the work or progress of others. Awards should not be withheld for group recognition. Likewise, a Cub Scout should not be presented with recognition if they have not earned simply because they will not feel left out. If a youth joins Cub Scouts for the first time at the beginning of 3rd grade, may they work on a wolf badge before earning the bear badge? The answer is no. A boy or girl entering Cub Scouts as a 3rd grader would earn Bobcat first, of course, and then they would be working on their bear rank. They should not go back and work on wolf. The rank is designed for 2nd graders. Can a boy or girl work on an elective adventures before they earn the badge of rank? The answer is yes. They can work on elective adventures for their specific rank only and earn as many of those available as they want, while at the same time working on the required adventures. It works much like merit badges in Scouts BSA. Once he or she has the requisite number of required and elective adventures and receives their rank, they may already have a number of additional elective belt loops or pins to their credit. The Cub Scout is presented recognition for elective adventures at the next PAC meeting after completion. It is not necessary to earn the badge of rank first. If a boy or girl has not completed his or her rank when their den graduates to the next level at the end of the school year, are they allowed to finish before the next school year starts? The answer is if a Cub Scout is close to earning a badge of rank when the school year ends, they may be allowed a few extra weeks to finish. Earning the badge will give them added incentive when the Cub finally does tackle the next rank. This holds true only for the Cub Scouting ranks. A youth who has graduated into Scouting BSA and joined a troop does not do any further work on Cub Scout advancement. What about a Cub who must repeat a grade at school? Does he or she also repeat the rank in Cub Scouting? This should be decided based on what is best for the youth. Generally, repeating a grade does not mean being kept back in Cub Scouting, but it depends on the circumstances. The decision is up to the parent or guardian. Cub Scout Day Camp and Resident Camp should not exist for the sake of advancement, right? Advancement should take place, of course, but it should be more or less happening as the Cub Scouts participate in an exciting program. Council and District Advancement Committees should be active participants in the planning process for camping and outdoor programs. or at least provide consulting on advancement policies and procedures. In doing so, one of the points they may need to get across is that skill mastery, though it may be an individual side of benefit, is not an objective of the Cub Scout program. Camp activities are simply fun things to do that help develop character, citizenship, and personal fitness. Do your best, not mastery of a skill, is the performance standard. Camp programs and activities should also take care not to detract from den and family responsibilities related to advancement. It is best to let the leaders and parents accompanying the scouts fulfill their given roles. Advancement is so flexible that with guidance, most Cub Scouts with special needs can complete requirements. The standard is, has he or she done their best? It may take them a little longer to attempt requirements and demonstrate this, but his or her accomplishments will be rewarding for them, their parents, and leaders. There could be times, however, when a Cub Scout's best isn't enough even to get a start. For example, a Cub Scout in a wheelchair cannot pass requirements calling for walking or running. In these cases, parents or guardians may recommend, and Cub Masters and pack committees may jointly determine appropriate substitutions that are consistent with the Cub Scout, showing they can do their best. For example, elective requirements could take the place of those required, or in consultation with parents, other minor adjustments representing similar changes could be made. For help in providing program to youth with special needs, many councils have a disability awareness committee or special needs committee. Check with your district executive or council service center if no such committee exists in your council. You may also contact the Disabilities Awareness Group at the email above. It may also be helpful to become a subscriber to Abilities Digest, published by the National Disabilities Awareness Committee. The email to subscribe is shown on the slide. Let's talk about adult recognition. While most awards in scouting are for youth, these training recognitions are designed to recognize adults. The awards and requirements can be found in the Guide to Awards and Insignia, available at your Scout shop. They are also online at scouting.org in Awards Central. The requirements for most of these awards are an excellent guide to being the best possible leader. Note that the Den Leader Training Award can be earned once for each rank served. Multiple devices are worn on the knot for each time the requirements are fulfilled. The recognitions are also a good way to thank leaders. The pack committee chair should keep track of the requirements for the awards and be sure that leaders who have earned an award receive it. You cannot rely on the leaders to report it themselves. Cub Scouts will react with delight when they see their den leader has been recognized for their accomplishments, the same way that Cub Scouts receive recognition. In summary, advancement is about education and personal growth. Experiential learning is the key and should result in rank advancement as a reward for successful accomplishment. Do your best encourages youth to earn ranks and gives them added incentive to continue in Cub Scouting and tackle the next rank. They are not held back because they're on a different development timetable. As Cub Scouts grow, we know we are on the right track when we see youth accepting responsibilities, demonstrating self-reliance, and caring for themselves and others. In other words, achieving the objectives of scouting. Development in character, citizenship, leadership, and physical and mental fitness. The key is for all Cub Scouts to have fun and always do their best. The same goes for us. Other advancement presentations are available on our YouTube website and also at the scouting.org/advancement website. You can also find more information in the Guide to Advancement, which is on the scouting.org/advancement website, or the Cub Scout Leader Book and the Den Leader Guide for each rank, available at your Scout shop. Online at scouting.org is also a packed meeting guide. And there is a newsletter on advancement that comes out. If you are interested, email the advancement team at the email shown on the slide. We hope you've enjoyed this presentation. If you have any questions at all, please feel free to email the Council Advancement Committee at the email shown on the slide.